This is 9 to 5 to riches with stocks. The current position I have right now is Microsoft, 131.5 shares, equaling to $55,000. Today, I said in my previous videos, Microsoft is most likely going to bounce off of 411, 410, and what happened? Bounced off of 412, right above most people's stops at 410, 409. Just consolidating right now. Trend is not really too much down, 414, and then the previous was 413. It's $1, which is 0.10 basis points, 0.10%, basically nothing on the longer term charts. As long as we get a nice little dip buy from, that 412 or even like a 408, 4010, I'm fine with that. And once we come back here to 426, should be a nice little 4% gain or so. 4% gain on 55 should be a nice little penny there. A little 2200 potential gain. And yes, currently markets are kind of down. We're down nearly 8K. Before it was about 7. Only $1,000 fluctuation here. But if we do make about $2,000 off this, the lows we are at right now should cancel out. Should be down about 5, 6, make around $2,000. And the option here, it's down 13% because Microsoft is obviously down right now. The $1,000 call option that expires on December 15th, about a month out from when I bought it. All I need is a move above 420, maybe a 425 retest, 430. And I do think a nice little, it is descending on the top here, but it's also kind of holding the supports here. So I think we're just kind of getting into a wedge. It's kind of hard to tell where it's going, but from the large volume here, that shows me that all this consolidation had a huge volume move. We went from supports of 6% to up to 26. So there's a 20% gain right here. And we're having the same thing here. We're basically at lows, and it's 11% year to date, and then highs is about 15% gain. And I think we're going to get that. Don't know when. No one really does. But the market makers tend to get their positions when people put their stops. And they tend to sell before resistance or above it. Resistance potentially right here, 437 or 444. And when did it chop down? 438.69. About 39. I'm at my 9 to 5 right now. Some kid told me yesterday that they were complaining about the security guard, but I couldn't care less. As I was saying, doing great so far. Have a lot of money on margin, about $28,000, $1,000 they don't tax you on. So let's say $27,000 plus 6.75% is $1,822, $1,822.15. 50 cents. And we're going to divide that by 365. So I'm paying about $5 a day on this margin. 5 times 30. On 30 days. Oh, it's just people talking. On 30 days, that'll be $150. But by 30 days, I expect to, whenever this large move happens, $300, even $600, few months, I'm willing to wait for Microsoft to make this move, and hopefully it comes earlier. But either way, I think I'll be all right. Not good that we're getting some resistance around 415, but honestly, not bad because we are above the 414 support here. And when you come here on the larger scale, the closer range charts really don't matter. Unless we're right here, we're at like 406 and we're at 390 and you're like not really sure where these going to go. Yeah, it's a little scary, but I would just buy the dip over here. But we're not here. We're not at negative, we're not at 5-6%. We're at 10. So there's probably a 6% drop if we went all the way to 395. And 6%, even that's pretty large on a large cap like this. But even then, I would stomach it, and I believe it'd get bought back up. And look how fast this got bought up. From a huge drop of, let's say, July 1st or August 1st, and it got back in 2 weeks, it completed the move. From 13 down about 6-7%, and then it recovered 6-7%. What do we have here? The first right here, November 1st, 10%. It pulled back 5%, gave the 5% back, and now it's kind of consolidating. And hopefully around this 14, 415, 416 mark was considerably around here. Hopefully we can hold above 415, 16, and right here, 415, 16 at the base of this huge move. It gave back a lot, and it did have this base, but because of all this volume, it got bought up very quickly and continued its bullishness and consolidation. And yeah, higher highs, good sign. Cup and handle this here, and then we drop back down. And where we are now, we're still kind of at this base, and I think as long as we're above like 410, you know, we're chilling. And on the 1 year, the 5 year, are we gonna break down from this 5 year? I hope not. I don't think so, though. If you really do get like a 390 retest, it's still only like 6% drop. You know, 6% is stomachable. 55K. 6%. It's about $4,300 loss. In the temporary. At the moment, it would be a $4,300 loss if we did get 390, 385, 390. And I would probably just double down on the call option if that happened. But yeah, it's down 13.2%. But once we fly past 420, we're at about 415 now. Plus a 2% gain would be above 420, and 2% is really nothing. But we shall see. Let's go over a few others. Let's look at Apple. Beautiful recovery, very sharp. From about minus 1% on the day to plus 1% nearly. Beautiful recovery. And Apple, I should be buying shares, long term, dollar cost averaging, but I should have got right here at about 222, but I wasn't really watching it close enough. If we do see a large pullback to, like 200 probably, 195, I'll probably be getting in Apple for sure. But, that's if you have money once the market's that down. Most people don't. See how the trades are looking? Okay. 11.14. So I accidentally did a day trade here. Bought 2 shares today. PLTR looking pretty crazy. Nice recovery. Amazon, beautiful recovery. If I kept that 40K in Amazon, it'd be up a couple thousand. Probably should have done that, but sold a covered call. It was kind of a nice move. But Microsoft is not looking bad. Not looking bad at all. And look at that 415 reclaim. Hopefully we hold this. And even then, it's beautiful. This whole week, we're only down 0.5%. We're getting text messages here. But I think that's about the end of the video at the 9-minute mark. You guys should leave a like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any questions, you need a stock analyzed, you have a question about Microsoft stock, about the general stock market, the sentiment, what's going on, any questions, anything, I'll be happy to help you guys. And it's free to subscribe. It's free to get education. It's free to get better at making money, basically. Once you start making money, it feels good. Oh, we're up on the day. Look at that. Oh, for a second. Why? Oh, Microsoft. Okay, not looking bad. How's the option? Back to 900. Worth $9. It looks pretty nice. And a quick glance at Tesla stock. 346. It's still bullish. It reclaimed. Could be a potential double top, or most likely go higher and try to build a little bit of resistance around 350, which is kind of doing right now. But so far, market looks good. Market's not really moving too much. Things look okay. Okay, take care, guys, and enjoy your